Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using, it's either the Thoth or the Thoth, or I'm probably saying it wrong, Tarot, by Aleister Crowley. Hopefully that's focusing, maybe not. There's the back, I don't know why, but it seems like that looks good too. And for the supportive Oracle cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards, there's that. It's created by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen. There's the last name too. So if you'd like these, that's the information you need to get those. Okay. I already shuffled. This is a little bit separate. Okay. That card is the weirdest card. I'll show you the card in a minute that I'm griping about. It looks so strange. Stop. Scorpio. That's such a strange card. And it's in the Wisdom Oracle deck because the Thoth deck is a little bit, artistic, obviously. Like, very abstract, I would say, maybe. Maybe not abstract, It's very expressive. But this one card in the Wisdom, I find it so strange. Like, that, the hand on top of the head like that, it just, I don't know, it makes me feel like it's, when people say talk to the hand, like, talk to the hand, it gives me that type of vibe sometimes. It's almost like somebody being blind to the truth in this situation, but with good intentions. Yeah, and there's the lust. What is this? Well, it doesn't matter. There's a very strong connection to this. They're putting lust here. I don't know. I just go with the pictures, honestly, because it's not saying what card it is, and that's fine. I know if I look it up, I figure it out. But I'm feeling with these two, like somebody with best of intentions, really passionate about moving forward, but it's kind of like blind to what's really going on around them. You're trying to help this person. I feel like for most of you, it's a person. You're trying to help. You got expansion in mind. You're like, this actually is a little off base, but I know what we can do here. We just kind of release the borders a little bit. It's like giving somebody a little bit more room. It's kind of like, I think this will straighten out. It's kind of like having a horse and like the pen is too confined. They're like, they can't really get into a good trot here. They need to really run stuff out. They need to run out their aggression. So maybe if we expand the borders a little bit, they'll do that on their own a little bit more, and this can make the situation better. I don't know why we're using a horse analogy, but there you go. Now, on your side, I'm seeing perseverance and rejection at the same time. It's almost kind of like you're trying to get this to move forward. You have best of intentions. You're very excited about it, but I'm also getting like the same time like you're getting ignored. This is Scorpio, right? Like you're kind of getting ignored. It's like you're getting, I don't want to say shut down. It's almost like, it's like you're talking to a brick wall. It's like, just it's not happening. But you also have perseverance here, kind of like, well, they can act like a brick wall all they want, but I have a lot of energy and I'll get my point through sooner or later. I don't care if I have to beat on that wall. You will hear me. You will hear me. And I'm getting, that's your energy, kind of like, oh no, you can act like a brick wall, but I'm going to get my message through. You're not backing down on this. You're like, I don't think so. You can play that game all you want, but I'll get my message through. On the other side, I feel like they literally have to listen to you. I do feel like they have to listen to you. They have it's called complacency, but it makes me, when I'm feeling this card, it's kind of like they have to listen to you. They have to do something. They're absorbing what you're saying, but they're not wanting to. They're very reluctant to listen, very reluctant to hear the message. This is definitely going to be one of those readings where I'm just feeling it come through, so I'm going to go with it. I do feel like that's what's happening there. I also see like they're annoyed with it because they're like, they know you're right. Either they know you're right or they have to move forward. So they might not be admitting that you're right, but they have to move forward. They really don't have a choice, and they're annoyed with that. The resistance is dissipating is what I'm getting from this because they're moving forward. If they want to or not, that's a whole nother story. Like if they're really accepting that you're right, I don't know about that either. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends what you're dealing with. It may seem like one minute they're okay, the next minute they're not, but they keep moving forward. You have the Queen of Discs on your side. And this is kind of more reminiscent of that energy, kind of like, you can act like a brick wall, but I will beat on that wall and you will listen to me and you will hear me. It's that same energy going through, like when it starts moving forward, you're like, keep going. Keep going. No, keep going. Like, and I feel like you're pushing, like, keep going, keep going. If you want me to be off your back, then keep going like 5 steps ahead and I won't have to be. But if you slow down again, I'll be right there again. So keep moving. You're not trying to be a drill sergeant. I swear you're not. But you're like, you're over this situation. You're like, I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with it. I feel like my mother going, I'm fed up with it. You're like, we're not playing anymore. You played the brick wall thing. I'm not going to go backwards on this. We're not going to go back to that brick wall moment. So I'm going to keep on you to keep you moving because we're not backsliding on this. It's the Queen of Discs, which is the Queen of Pentacles, but I'm moving forward. And I'm going to keep moving forward, and I'm not relenting. It's not relenting energy is what it is. Now, it's very interesting to me that now in the environment, the perfection is coming forward. Like, the improvement is happening. You're aware that this needs to happen. You're pushing it forward. You're not relenting. And the other side is getting the benefit from it. That's not always a given. I mean, you probably realize that quite easily. But in this situation, it's paying off. It needs to happen. It's paying off. It's kind of like, it makes me feel like, you can ask somebody to change, but you can't force somebody to change. They have to choose to change. But in this situation, there's definite development. You're pushing it forward, and it's definitely having a positive effect. So that's what I'm getting. Now you got is that the Six of Cups? Six of Cups. Now what I get with Cups usually, the Six of Cups is usually history. But I'm getting this very weird kind of like celebration feel with this. It does have a celebration feel. Like the card itself feels like a celebration. Like it reminds me of like, oh, is it Japanese culture that does it? I'm sure some of you out there know. Where they have the maybe it's not. Is it Chinese? I don't know. It's an Asian culture. Comment below. I'm curious which one it is now. Where they do these lanterns, and it's like they release them, and it's like it's a positive situation though. I think it's a positive thing. But I feel like there is a history here. Like I feel like there is a history, kind of like, I put in the effort. I pushed this person. It is working out. It's making its effect. But it's also kind of like looking at this at the same time. If I didn't push this person, this wouldn't be going better. And I feel like you're at that point. And you're feeling better about it, but you're also like, well, you hesitate to relent. Because you're like, I don't want this to start backsliding. Like, we're going good now. We're doing good now. I don't want to give this person the option to slow down, because I'm thinking they will, and if they slow down, chances are they slow down, they also stop. And we don't need that either. But you're enjoying the situation, but you're kind of hesitant to let the other person know because of like the outcome you're fearing. Now, the Ace of Discs, which is the Ace of Pentacles, is right in the center here. Now, I'm feeling like the situation has to be like reevaluated. And it has to be kind of like, you've come this far, it's gone well this far. You can't keep putting this level of, you and your side, the Scorpio, can't be continuously driving it forward this way for it to really flourish. And I feel like you're getting that too. And it's a little uncomfortable, kind of like, all right, now I have to get this person to start moving forward on their own and having their own pep to get going, like their own fuel to keep moving, their own motivation. You know what I mean? So you're like, how am I going to set this up? Because if they slow down again, then they'll stop. And like, it's not going to be a true success if they don't become self-sustaining. And the Ace of Pentacles is telling me, it's like, what do I need to do to make that happen? It's kind of like waiting for things to fall into place is also a piece of this. Because this other person, they need to bring forward this plan. You seem to be helping them bring forward this plan. But it's kind of like, I feel like you're kind of trying, it's almost like, I feel like it's negative reinforcement. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's how it feels. Because they feel like if they want to keep going and not have you on their back, I feel like that's literally how they're taking this. So I don't know how that sounds. It's a general reading. I feel like that's quite harsh, but hey, it's how it's coming through. it's almost like you're saying, you don't want me on your back, then keep moving. Like I feel like you're trying to help them set up a way to keep going, and it's almost like even though you can't be there to be on them, not that you really want to be, but you're giving them the impression like if you start slipping up, I'll be there. Like you start screwing it up, I'll be there. Like I kind of feel like you're doing that with best of intentions. It's like negative reinforcement. I'm sorry, but I know that sounds harsh, but that's literally how it's coming through. It could be the flavor of one of the decks I'm using here, just to be fair. Because they're feeling like they can't, like if they don't want you, like you're not gonna let them backslide. That's what I'm getting with the impasse. Like if they don't want problems, they need to keep up with the situation. Okay. So they do have to take this on their own. When the Ace of Pentacles shows up, they do have to take it on their own. They have to. You can't live their life for them. Like, you might have been pushing your luck getting it this far, but you're like, it worked out well. Let's keep it working well. Now you have to take the ball and run with it yourself. I feel like it's going well. I don't think this is going to end bad. I feel like this is going to end well, actually. There we go. What do we have with these two cards? Like, you got, is it the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of Cups? And then, how many is this? The 10 of Pentacles. Oh, I like the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, I like that. Now, the 8 of Cups is like things are going well, and as it keeps going forward, things keep going well, and you're going to have to release the situation a little bit more. You might, I don't know if you're completely going to walk away from it, but some of you might. After a while, you're going to literally let this person go and be like, you're going to have to do this on your own. Sink or swim, it's on you. You did what you could. 10 of Pentacles, though, it seems like it's a very stable base. And I feel like once this person has it up and running and they're on point, I actually see the 8 of Cups like you moving on and kind of letting things go, but not really telling this person, not really acknowledging it to them, just kind of like letting it be. Just kind of like you're not keeping an eye on it as much as you used to. You might have even completely walked away from it, but you're not letting them know. You're just walking away from it. It feels like it's very stable with the 10 of Pentacles. They're also noticing the balance they're getting in their life. They're enjoying life a lot better while things are in balance, and I feel like that's why they have the balance card. By having things online and doing what they need to do to keep it going, it's solidifying the balance, solidifying the base here. They're feeling like if I want life to be enjoyable like this, if I want this category at least of my life to go well, I just got to keep up with it. And I'm doing well so far, I just got to make sure I don't backslide. It seems like it's taking a life of its own at this point. It's very good. As you keep going beyond this, you got the Prince of Discs and the Princess of Cups, which both of these cards make me feel like you keep an eye on the situation, like it's spot checking, but you're kind of happy with this person. You feel like they're going well. You're like, finally, things flying right. But I feel like you stay out of it also. Like when I'm feeling that Cups feel, even though it's the Princess, I'm getting like that Queen of Cups, like a secretive type feel. Like, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on things, but I'm keeping it kind of close to my heart so people don't know what's going on. I don't want this person to know I'm checking up on them, but you kind of do here and there. Every now and then you spot check. You just keep an eye on them just to make sure things are well, but you're not really letting them know. You're making them feel like they're doing it all on their own, and you're not really involved with it, but you are. And I feel like the more you spot check, the more you're kind of confident, like, yeah, this is looking like it's doing very well. They're also reinforcing like good move on your part. Might as well keep an eye on it just for your own sanity, just so you know everything's fine. That's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Keeping it to yourself so they don't know, very, 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 very smart. Because it builds their own confidence, like they're doing what they need to do, but you're also comfortable too, knowing that things are fine. It also makes it easier for you to trust them in the future, like you give them something else to do, when they say they're going to do it, you know they're going to do it. Like it's healing for you and for them. It's just like keeping it to yourself that you're keeping an eye on them without them knowing. It seems to be the best thing. It really does. All right, I think we're there. And that's how this ends. All right, well, thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.